What are you most excited about, Peter King, as we enter Super Wildcard Weekend 2022-23?
Well, the NFL has figured it so that they're saving the best for last. Can Dak Prescott go on the road and win a huge playoff game? Can Tom Brady and his 45-year-old right arm take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers one step further than they probably should be allowed to go with that record this year? But I think the Dallas-Tampa game is not only going to be a really good game for ratings, but it's going to be a really kind of seminal game for each franchise. Is this the last game for Tom Brady as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer? And, will Jerry Jones be driven to even thinking about making a coaching change if the Cowboys lose on Monday? My gut feeling is no, that Mike McCarthy is good and he'll be fine going into next year. But as I've said on multiple occasions this week, Mike, I think we have to wait and see what happens Monday night. I think it's impossible to predict. It's easy to say, oh yeah, McCarthy's coming back. And I think he almost certainly is. But, let's see what happens on Monday night. Let's see how that offense plays. Let's see how Dak Prescott plays. I'm not one of those, by the way, who says that Dak Prescott is having an awful year because he's throwing these interceptions. He has the most interceptions this year that are not his fault. And I know that's a kind of a cringeworthy stat, but it's real. The ball goes in and out of your receiver's hands, and it's caught by the other team. Whose fault is that? But anyway, Dak needs to have a good game. Dallas needs to have a good game for everyone to breathe a little bit easier in the Metroplex.
Absolutely, and I know Jerry Jones says the things Jerry Jones likes to say, and he completely supports someone until the instant that he no longer does. There's nothing to be gained by suggesting that Mike McCarthy is in trouble on Monday night, but if they lose again in the playoffs and you can draw a line from the loss back to a failure of coaching like last year with that play that was well-intentioned but poorly executed because it was poorly planned because they never accounted for the fact that the umpire has to teleport through two bodies to get to the football. That's the kind of thing that can get Jerry thinking, especially Peter. And I don't want to get too far afield on this, but we haven't had a chance to talk about it. I think this whole Texans interviewing Sean Payton isn't about the Texans hiring Sean Payton. It's about Sean Payton letting Jerry Jones know there is a chance that I'll just be down the road from you, by the way, in the event that you decide not to make a change and I decide to come back. Although I don't think Payton takes that job. I think it's an interesting message to Jerry as he watches and waits to see whether or not Mike McCarthy gets it done the right way in the first round of the playoffs and maybe gets the Cowboys back to the NFC Championship game for the first time since the 1995 season, which is astounding. My son was not alive then, and he's 26. That's how long it's been since the Cowboys played for the right to go to a Super Bowl. Incomprehensible in hindsight. We'll see if they can change it this year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.